Patrice Lumumba comes back to Leopoldville a prisoner. The former Congo premier, who was captured when he fled inland, no longer wears the tuft of whiskers on his chin that helped to identify him. His arrest provoked several clashes between Lumumba followers and Congolese army troops.
Patrice Lumumba was imprisoned in the military camp at Thysville, halfway between Leopoldville and the Atlantic. Even in captivity, Lumumba's undoubted charisma made Joseph Kasavubu and Colonel Mobutu, and perhaps also the United States and Belgium, very worried. They were concerned that the soldiers in Thysville were sympathetic to him. While the United Nations Secretary General and his representatives demanded Lumumba's release, Joseph Kasavubu and Colonel Mobutu, with the help of their Belgian mentors, searched for a way to get rid of him for good. They came up with an essentially simple plan to hand him over to the Luba people of Kasai. The Luba wanted revenge for Lumumba's forces' disastrous foray into Kasai, which resulted in the deaths of many Luba people. The idea was to land Lumumba at Bakwanga in Kasai and let the Luba people do the rest. But at the last minute, the plotters found that the United Nations troops were in charge of the Bakwanga airfield. And so Patrice Lumumba and his two companions, Joseph Okito and Maurice Mpolo, were redirected to Elizabethville in Katanga. President Joseph Kasavubu telephoned the Katanga secessionist leader Moise Chombe to tell him that 3 parcels were on the way and that he would know what to do with them. On the aircraft, the specially picked Luba guards worked over their hated enemy with immense brutality. After landing at Elizabethville, the plane was directed to a remote corner of the airfield. At an isolated house in the bush, Katanga ministers and some Belgians subjected what was left of Lumumba to further beatings. The 3 men were then driven to a remote area, executed and buried in shallow graves. The next day, the bodies were exhumed, cut up and dissolved in sulfuric acid. No identifiable trace of Lumumba and his companions remained. Patrice Lumumba was only 35 years old. It was only in June of 2022 that a tooth that had once belonged to Patrice Lumumba was returned to the now Democratic Republic of the Congo from Belgium. The announcement nearly a month later by Katanga's Minister of Interior that Lumumba had escaped and had been caught and killed by the people of a loyal village was universally disbelieved. This announcement triggered a violent worldwide reaction. Belgian and American embassies were attacked, and there was a riot in the spectators' gallery of the United Nations Security Council. Following his death, Patrice Lumumba became a national and African hero. To this day, especially for oppressed people, Lumumba stands as a martyr to colonialism and as a symbol for the fight against Western capitalism and greed. Don't forget to like and share the video if you enjoyed it.